What up, guys? Welcome back to Conquering Commander. Today we're going to be looking at a game featuring the Evasive Maneuvers Preconstructed Commander 2013 deck. For more on the deck list, as well as what I would do to change it and improvement, go to puremtgo.com, look up the article series Conquering Commander, and you should see it there. Eventually I will get a link in the video description as well. Let's just go on and see who we're going up against. First up is Hazezon Tamar. Tokens, lots of tokens. Yeah, Naya tokens. And you know, Naya tokens is actually pretty good, and Hazezon works real well if you have a sack outlet, and that's not too hard to get. Alright, following Hazezon, we've got another Derevi deck here. Usually Bant good stuff, sometimes it's wizards, sometimes it's birds, but usually it's Bant good stuff. After that we have Damia, who is bug control. You know, not really much more to say than that. I have seen the occasional Damia combo list, but mainly it's just bug control. Looking at my hand, I've got 1, 2, 3 lands and Surveyor's Scope. Surveyor's Scope was crap in this deck. Pretty sure I keep that bad boy though. I do. Damia starts things off. I draw into Evolving Wilds. I'm up here in the upper left, and I go for a forest. Not much more going on real quick early on. I play an island and then Surveyor's Scope. I don't think I ever pop at this game. I'm not sure though. Hazezon nothing, Derevi nothing. I play a bounce land, and that's it. Hazezon plays Yavimaya Elder, who's always nice, not necessarily for ramp, but for getting cards in your hand. Derevi has Temple of the False God, so he's kind of mana screwed. Damia has Temple of the False God, so he's a little mana screwed. I play Seaside Citadel, and I get nothing. Hazezon sacrifices Yavimaya Elder to get a Plains and a Mountain, and plays one, and he discards 2 cards. What does he discard? Nature's Will and Hour of Reckoning. So yeah, really going for the token theme here. Derevi plays Swiftfoot Boots and not much else. Mana screwed. People ask about why people tap out. On MTGO, it's just a lot easier to tap out in the early turns so that you don't have to worry about responding to things. If you just tap out and you press F8 or F6, you don't have to respond. You can just wait until it's your turn. I go ahead and play Azorius Keyrune. Hazezon plays Mirari's Wake, which is always problematic. Mirror Entity comes out for Derevi. Fata Adel comes out for Damia. Okay, so I don't really have anything to deal with Mirari's Wake in my hand. I've got Curse of Inertia, which is poop, and Curse of the Forsaken, which is not good in this deck. Instead, I just play a land, and what I do is I curse Hazezon because he's obviously the biggest threat right now. Hazezon plays Nature's Lore to ramp a little bit. And then plays Minion Reflector, which is not a card you see very often, but you know, it makes tokens, and they're hasty, and they sacrifice at the end of the turn. So if you have death triggers, it's not bad either. But the big gun he plays is Purphoros. Which is problematic, especially with token creators like Hazezon. So Derevi puts the boots on the Mirror Entity. He still doesn't have enough lands for his Temple of the False God to do anything. Damia finally gets Temple of the False God working, and Fata Adel attacks Hazezon, gaining 1 life from the curse. And he grabs something, Sensi's Divining Top from Hazezon's library. And then he plays Fathom Mage. So hopefully he'll be able to draw some cards to help us out. I get another land, and I put another curse on Hazezon, Curse of Inertia, which again is crap. Hazezon plays Aura Shards, which basically is going to get rid of a good portion of my my board. And then Hazezon comes out. He's going to blow up all the curses and stuff. And what he does is he makes a token of Hazezon with the other Hazezon trigger still on the stack. And he gets rid of his commander, sending it to the exile zone. And then this Hazezon is going to sacrifice at the end of turn. So he's going to make a ton of tokens next turn. Oh, I did sacrifice Surveyor Scope. And I got like 1 land out of it. How did the minion mirror entity end up dying? I don't remember. It got exiled? Oh, mirror entity got exiled because of Hazezon. That's right, because it's a sand token. It's a sand creature, or sand warrior, or whatever. This guy just automatically... Alright. So all my curses are gone. Hazezon's just gonna make a ton of freaking tokens. The question is, can we kill him before that happens? The answer is no. So Derevi has his own curse. So maybe this Derevi is also probably a precon as well. So he gets attacked, but he makes a token and he blows up the top. Makes Kobold here. Purphoros, nailing everybody. At the end of my turn, I flash in Derevi, and I tap the Kobold. Really, it's not going to do a whole lot. Well, there's Qatar's Wrath, but that's not going to do anything right now either. Because what's going to happen is he's just going to make a ton of tokens, and we're all going to die. So, Damia plays Artisan's Sorrow to get rid of the Mirari's Wake, which might be a little too late. So Purphoros is going to hit us for like a lot. This Derevi dies right here. I'm at 3, and Damia's at 1. And then he plays like, what does he play? Martial Coup or something like that. And that's enough to kill us. So it's interesting. So we got some like interesting tech here with the, yeah, there's Martial Coup. With the minion reflector to get rid of Hazezon when it comes into play. And then you make a bunch more tokens. Anyways, the Evasive Maneuvers deck just wasn't able to put up a fight. Didn't have any removal to deal with the Mirari's Wake, and it had nothing to deal with Purphoros. So yeah. Anyways, not all the games are perfect. All right, thanks.